The energy of the video is more so a question of why can we not support each other in seeking understanding, regardless of roles or profession, regardless of if you're fulfilling a job, if another human being is seeking understanding, especially regarding their person, why can we not support each other in seeking understanding? But peace and love to all, and I thank you for watching this video. Ashe. This video is a little bit different, and it may be a little bit denser in terms of the energy, but I aim to transmute that into light. Now, my guides are basically letting me know that I should basically share something with you guys. And it's basically, they're saying to lead by example, that the path is not always just pure light, that there is darkness and there is density that will occur on the path towards the light and the path of ascension. And it's that they're saying, like, in you sharing some things that have happened or are occurring in your life, lets others, it helps to like remove judgment from the spiritual community or those that are part of the spiritual path. Now, I've just realised that I don't have no necklace, and I always have a necklace on. It's like my guides were just saying, like, you're bearing your soul, you're being, like, just presenting you for you, if that makes sense. Now, the only reason why this is really coming up and recording is because I was feeling a message of respect, that there was a message of respect linking to what I had experienced, and that I was getting like the energy of God, like wanted to come forward and give a message, or wanted to come forward and support me in giving a message. And then I was getting the energy of Melchizedek, and I remember like the last time I did a connection and he was involved in it, he was embodying the energy of God, the energy of Jesus. Was it Melchizedek? I think it was Melchizedek, that he was embodying the energy of God and he was embodying the energy of Jesus as Father. So then I thought, let me go with the Kyle Great Keepers of Light, Angels and Ancestors there, and shuffle some cards and see what comes forward, just to see like what energies are presenting. And the cards that came out was Lord Ganesh, Infinite Abundance, and White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. And then as I had the rest of the deck facing downwards to this side, something said to me, just pull one more card off the top, and the card that I pulled from the top was Melchizedek. So I definitely think that we're going to either bring Melchizedek through, but really I just feel like this godly energy, like it's the energy of God again, I don't know. But I just thought it was significant, and I'd leave the cards out. Seems as Melchizedek came out and I was feeling his energy. Now, so basically what happened was, so this morning, basically I was woken up to the police being in my house, and they immediately put handcuffs on me. And I've never been in trouble my whole life. I've been a good boy, whatever good is, but you know, I've always tried to do what is right, or what is right in my heart. And now, as soon as they've come, they put handcuffs on me, and the sergeant, the one that was in charge, I didn't realise that he was the one in charge, but he was the one that was in my room with me, and he so they handcuffed me immediately, bearing in mind they just startled me awake. And then he asked me if I'm decent, meaning do I have clothes on underneath the sheets, because I had the sheets on me obviously, and I said yes. And then he immediately stood me up, and literally as soon as he stood me up, he just pulled open my trousers and looked down in my trousers, and I didn't have no underwear on. And to me, I look quite young, so I could easily be 16 or 14, or even like people do really think I'm like 12, 14 years old. It's ridiculous sometimes, but at the end of the day, he didn't ask for my age. He didn't ask anybody for my age. He didn't tell me what he was doing or why he was looking down my trousers. He just did it as if he just had the right to just do it. So then I thought, okay, I didn't really say anything. I just woke up, so my mind wasn't fully orchestrating. So then I came downstairs and I was just sat thinking about it, and they were still here at the time, and when I learned that he was a sergeant, I thought, okay, it's definitely inappropriate. You're the one head in charge, and it's not like you said, okay, I'm gonna search you, or you just did. You just put handcuffs on me, stood me up, and looked down my trousers, and I just thought it was inappropriate. I'm a fully grown, fully developed man, and there's just a way of dealing with people. And then so I decided that I was gonna ask him, like, what was the reason? What was you looking for? Was there something you was looking for? Like, why did this occur? So I gave him whatever time he needed to do whatever he was doing, and then when he came back into the room, I said, Sergeant, when you've come, you've started me awake, you've put handcuffs on me, asked me if I was decent, it stood me up immediately, and then pulled over my trousers, and you didn't ask me my age, or you didn't really say anything, you just did it, you literally just did it, and then it was like he didn't really have anything to say, but he basically turned around and said, I'm not arguing with you, yada, yada, yada. He said that there was a bulge in your pocket. No, he said, I searched you because of the bulge in your pocket. But okay, if you search me, then first of all, do you not tell somebody you're searching them? And second of all, do you not search them? Do you not give them a pat down regardless of what they're wearing? You give them a pat down or whatever. I'm not a police officer, but that's just what I'm assuming. You only you only, after you looked, basically what he said that I had a bulge in my right pocket. So that's why he looked. So if I had a bulge in my right pocket, why did you not pat down my right pocket? Why did you not put your hand in my right pocket? But instead, you went to the most invasive thing and literally just pulled open my shorts and just, like, I can't explain it. He like pulled it, but was pulling and like, so he could look around. I just thought it was so inappropriate, so disrespectful, such an invasion of someone's privacy. And not just that, like, you've come to my house and you've put handcuffs on me as if handcuffs are necessary. And I've been in trouble in my life, and you're just dealing with me the same way that you would deal with somebody that you know has done something wrong, or you know has done things in the past or something. I just thought it was a bit inappropriate. And the fact that you didn't have any answer for it, you telling me that you're not going to argue with me, and you just walked out the door, I thought that's very disrespectful. And then your colleagues are stood behind you trying to justify what happened as if they was there. You know, I had to ask them, would you want somebody treating your son like that? Would you want someone dealing with your family member like that? And then the other officer tried to tell me that I was arguing with him, and that, fine, I won't talk to you then. What do you mean, fine, you won't talk to me? I'm explaining that your sergeant has made me feel a type of way, and you're telling me, fine, you're not going to talk to me, or why am I trying to argue with you about it? There is no arguing when another human being is telling you that another human being has kind of violated their personal space, or kind of abused their power because you feel like you can. You came in my bedroom and you thought that I was a child, and you just thought that you could look down my trousers as if it was nothing, as if it would never be mentioned again. As if you just had the right to, because you thought there was a bulge in my pocket. You thought wrong. But in that, you thinking wrong is me feeling less than. And I don't feel less than, I'm just explaining the scenario. But it's the fact that when I tried to explain, you wanted to justify it, or you wanted to kind of turn it into something where the energy could turn it into an argument. I'm letting you know this is an argument. I'm asking for an understanding because you've done something to me that I don't feel is right. Okay. Now, with this Lord Ganesh card, she's saying infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are being increased. This is another reason why I felt that I needed to do this. The messages are not only messages for you guys, but when I pull cards, they are often messages for me to give me confirmation. The energies that I work with, they support me through the cards. They give me guidance through the cards. They give me guidance through intuitive messages and downloads and memories and dreams and everything. Just lots of things. Just even my physical experience. The fact that I experienced that today, and then I feel a message of respect coming. It's there's no coincidence. That's how it's meant to be. That's the orchestration of my life. It's to share. It's to have a lesson in the teaching. It's just like with the Princess Diana video, how I was mentioning things that I had seen, because in my physical world, in the physical world, my guides, my spirit guides, they appear to me in the physical world by photographs, movies, or songs, or just a plethora of ways, conversations that people are having, and they mention their name or something. They appear to me in many different ways, so this was something that I thought needed to be spoken about. And my guides and my spirit team are supporting me in this message. And then we have the white eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage, a family wound or pattern can be healed now. You know, it's time to kind of speak up. Because basically, the weird thing is, before I came to do the video, I was getting this devil energy. Now, not devil energy in terms of let's be scared or anything like that, but when the police officer came and the sergeant came, I said to my mother, like, he's got a demonic energy or a satanic energy. And I didn't mean like he's the devil or anything like that, but it's almost like he was embodying that energy. And when I looked at him, I saw like every Netflix series where they depict the devil, because he had the same kind of features as those main characters. And then just the way that he was so dismissive, but it was like he was so basically the message that was coming forward was that the devil is fearless because he's full of fear. But when you get him in the right corner, when there's no way for him to defend something, or when he has to defend himself in front of people and he knows he's not justified, he runs. And that's exactly what he did. He ran through the door. Instead of just answering, instead of even just saying, I apologize, I overstepped the boundary. Or, you know, it's nothing wrong with making a mistake. You're a police officer, you're not like an angel, you're not being placed on a pedestal to act right 100% of the time. You know, you make mistakes, it's a job role, it's a job. So you can be wrong and you can do something out of line. A lot of the time, yes, you're a police officer, so you're acting off instance and you just do things. And I know that I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just saying that it didn't have to be something where he felt as if maybe his role's being questioned, or that that he's the criminal in this instance. You know, it wasn't that. I'm just a 21-year-old man that felt a type of way and felt called to ask about it. Why should I not ask when it's my physical person that is being I don't know why, but the word infiltrated is coming as if it's so like big, but when it's my vessel that you're invading its privacy, I just thought it was very rude and very disrespectful. And I think that the least you can do is that when you have somebody, you're in somebody's presence and you're making them feel a certain type of way, you can at least address it in a respectful manner. But Melchizedek, higher learning, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. It's like he's saying to me, but not just me, to everybody, that it's time to really actually begin to use our darkness to serve us. Instead of saying, I am my darkness and I own my darkness and I am my light and I own both sides of me, it's like, begin to actually live that. When something bad is happening, begin to express it and begin to go deeper, maybe get full tarot on it. Share the experience. What is the lesson behind this? Is there a lesson to this darkness? And yes, there's a lesson of respect. You know, by the end of the moment with the police, and it wasn't just one police officer, there was a few officers, but there was another officer that I was kind of talking to, and we were just talking about just life and society and things like that, and I could see that his mind was working, his mind was ticking, but I did realise that some people are just really not aware of some of the darkness in this world. Some people are really not aware that in solely believing in just light, in solely just believing in goodness, that you can be manipulated by the darker forces, that you can be a working vessel for the dark forces when you don't question the happenings of what's happening around you. You know, in me being silent and not saying anything to the sergeant about the way I felt, even if I misinterpreted the situation, I still felt a type of way. So the fact that if I was silent and I didn't address it, then that's me co-signing to the universe that it's okay that I'm treated in this way. It's okay that he just looks down my trousers and I have no say, or he doesn't have to answer for it. I may not have had a say, but you should at least answer for it. And I do have a say because I am a sovereign being. We all are sovereign beings. Okay. So I think we're going to close our eyes and allow Melchizedek to, or this energy of God, to come forward and express the message. And I do feel like it's on respect. I'm respecting people. I'm respecting the land. Respect is a two-way thing. But not just a two-way thing, a one-way thing. It begins with the self, with the I, with the you, and then is reflected out to every other being and entity and energy that you come into contact with. Respect is the hope for the future, because respect is law. Respect will be law. Respect will become law, regardless of race or creed. Respect is fundamental to life. You should be able to respect the man that stands in front of you. Respect him enough to ask him of his actions. Respect him enough to be able to have the intellect to explain his position and why he may have did something. Respect is also understanding that in any moment you can create a victim, and that your actions are powerful, and that your actions cause effect. And that regardless of a job role, one must answer for their actions. Jesus had to answer for his. A man that spreaded love and wisdom and spoke about connection to source. He had to answer for his light. We all have to answer for our light, for our dark, for the things that we cause other people. And you don't get to just shy away where you are now feeling comfortable, but you made somebody feel uncomfortable. You are able to run through the door, but that person wasn't able to run through the door, because if they was, I'm sure they would have, and they wouldn't be asking you the questions that they are now. To invade somebody's privacy is a very big statement. It's an invasion of your own privacy. You are foreshadowing the invasion of your privacy. To be so close to somebody's body as if you have authority over that body. You see, the body is a layer between the energetic and the other entity that stands in front of your body. Now, when a person comes and they violate you in such a private way, whether it's something just looking and seeing if there's anything there, or whether it's more invasive or more intense in terms of a sexual assault, And I mean a vigorous sexual assault, maybe a raping. But regardless, when somebody is so close and is invading privacy, the energies that lie within that body go into a state of fixation, a state of paralyzation, a state of questioning, a state of not understanding, because somebody should only be so close if it is an intimate setting or, you know, a moment between the two of you. So when somebody gets so close in that way, your natural reaction is to question what is occurring in this moment. Why is this occurring? And therefore, the person that is causing these questions to occur is the one that is meant to answer for it. And that's where respect is. Have enough respect that if you cause somebody to question, that you will come with an answer. That you will attempt to come with an answer, that you won't run or you won't disrespect. When you have respect, there is no need for laws. When you have respect for life, there is no need to tell somebody not to kill. When you have respect for love, there is no need for you to tell somebody not to put their hands on somebody else, not to cheat, not to lie. You see, the thing is, many don't even have respect for themselves. On a subconscious level, many can't actually deal with the things that they do to others. Many can't actually deal with the things that their job role makes them do, or allows them to do, or makes them feel that they can do. But what is occurring is that their void is being filled. This discomfort that they cause for others, their void is being filled. It's something that they're not maybe conscious of, but it's happening, it's occurring, it's addictive. To be able to sleep at night knowing you cause somebody else distress. That's a statement in itself. You can sleep in peace knowing that somebody else may be in distress because of what you did. And Benji's fine. And you all will be fine, regardless of what you go through, light or dark. But sometimes there are times when darkness, even as shallow as somebody just looking down your trousers. But it's not, see, it's not shallow at all. Me and Benji work together, so that little outburst, he's in here realizing things for himself, that what occurred, although his feelings and he feels stable and he's balanced, that it was still something that was a violation, still something that was big, because to anybody that could have been incredibly triggering, incredibly critical. But because he's increased his vibration so much, because he's worked on his inner peace, he's able to just stay at balance. And sometimes when you are at balance, you perceive things differently, sometimes with less intensity, because it affects him less intensely. But he realizes that this isn't something that is shallow, this is something that should be expressed, something that should be said. But only time will tell. Respect on the land is growing. Respect in your hearts are growing. Your voices for respect are growing. And that's the greatest sign. Speaking for respect, speaking for truth, speaking for love. The only way is up. Ascend. Peace and love. Ashe. The Godhead. Peace and love, always. You know, when it comes to respect, I just think that it's not a lot to ask for. And quite often when we ask for respect, we're just asking to be treated as a normal human being, or treated as how we personally expect a human being to treat another. But this video is not to disrespect or to degrade or to say like the police are bad or anything like that. I'm just sharing an experience and but just showing that there's always light and dark on the path of ascension, and that I'm not perfect, my life's not perfect, and no one's perfect, but the strive towards perfection is constantly going, and the only way is up. Peace and love. Ashe. Hi, I'm Naphtali, and I own my light and my dark.